Imagine this, you're swinging across New York as Spider-Man. The night is calm, the city lights glitter, when suddenly a monstrous roar cuts through the air. From the shadows crawls a towering reptilian beast with claws sharp enough to slice steel and strength enough to tear you in half. This isn't just another villain of the week, this is the Lizard. Spider-Man has faced gods, symbiotes, and cosmic forces, but few enemies hit closer to home than Dr. Curt Connors, a friend, a mentor, a man trapped in the body of a monster. And that's what makes this battle so unique. So today we're going deep. Who would actually win in a showdown between Spider-Man and the Lizard? We'll break down their origins, powers, iconic clashes in the comics, and run some hypothetical scenarios to settle it once and for all. Stay tuned because this fight is more than just hero versus villain. It's tragedy versus survival. 1. Origins and tragedy. Let's start where all great rivalries begin, the origin story. Dr. Curt Connors was a brilliant surgeon and biologist. After losing his arm during military service, he became obsessed with the idea of regeneration, specifically the way lizards can regrow lost limbs. His genius led him to develop a serum derived from reptilian DNA, and it worked. At first, his arm grew back. But science, especially in the Marvel Universe, always comes with consequences. The serum rewrote more than just his body, it rewired his entire being. Curt transformed into the Lizard, a towering, green-scaled predator with claws, a tail, and strength far beyond human limits. Worst of all, his human conscience was often buried beneath animal instinct. And here's where the tragedy kicks in. Spider-Man isn't just fighting another monster, he's fighting a man he admires. Curt Connors is someone Peter Parker looks up to, a mentor in the scientific field, even a father figure at times. Every punch, every web shot, every attempt to stop him comes with guilt, because Spidey doesn't want to defeat the Lizard. He wants to save Dr. Connors. That personal connection is what makes their battles some of the most heartbreaking in Spider-Man's entire history. 2. The Lizard's powers and abilities. Now let's talk raw power, because the Lizard is no joke. When transformed, Connors gains superhuman strength that can rival and sometimes surpass Spider-Man's. We're talking about the ability to hurl cars, smash through walls, and ragdoll Spidey in a straight grapple. His skin isn't just green for looks, it's dense and scaly, providing natural armor against bullets, blades, and blunt force. Combine that with razor-sharp claws and a whip-like tail, and you've got a creature built for destruction. Then there's regeneration. Like the lizards that inspired him, Connors can recover from injuries at terrifying speed, even regrowing limbs if necessary. Wounding him isn't enough, he just keeps coming back. On top of all that, his senses are heightened. He can smell fear, track prey, and react with predatory speed. In some versions, he can even control reptiles, summoning swarms of snakes or alligators to do his bidding. The downside? The animalistic mind. The Lizard often acts on pure instinct, making him unpredictable and reckless. He's a beast of pure rage, which can be both his greatest weapon and his greatest weakness. 3. Spider-Man's powers and strategy. On the other side we have Spider-Man, and while he may not look as monstrous as the Lizard, don't underestimate him. Peter Parker's strength is legendary. He can lift between 10 to 20 tons depending on the story, and his punches pack enough force to flatten concrete. But raw power isn't his biggest edge, his agility is. With spider-like reflexes and the all-famous spider sense, Spidey is nearly impossible to hit. Even someone as fast as the Lizard often finds himself swiping at empty air. Then there's the webbing. This is Spider-Man's great equalizer. Sticky, durable, and versatile, it allows him to trap, bind, blind, or immobilize opponents. Against a brute like the Lizard, webs can create distance or tie him down long enough for Peter to strategize. But Spider-Man's real superpower isn't just his body, it's his brain. Peter is a genius-level scientist, constantly inventing gadgets and formulas on the fly. When facing the Lizard, he doesn't just throw punches. He studies, analyzes, and often creates antidotes to restore Connors to human form. The challenge? Morality. Spider-Man refuses to kill, even when faced with monsters that might deserve it. Against the Lizard, this hesitation is even stronger because of his friendship with Curt Connors. And that restraint? It often puts Peter at risk. 4. Iconic comic battles. Now let's look at history, because these two have clashed countless times, and each fight tells us something about the balance of power. Their first encounter was back in the Amazing Spider-Man number 6 in 1963. Peter barely survived, realizing he couldn't outpunch the Lizard. He won only by using his intellect, developing a cure that forced Connors back into human form. Fast forward to 1990's Torment storyline by Todd McFarlane, and the Lizard had never been scarier. Driven by pure animal instinct, he became an unstoppable force, tearing tearing through New York in a blood-soaked rampage. Spider-Man was pushed to his absolute limit, and the only reason he made it out alive was sheer determination. In Ultimate Spider-Man during the 2000s, the Lizard returned in a modernized form, bigger, scarier, and far more feral. Again, Spider-Man struggled against him, proving that no matter the universe, Connors is one of his most dangerous foes. There are countless other clashes and a pattern emerges. Physically, Spider-Man almost always loses ground, but with brains, heart, and sometimes a well-timed cure, he manages to pull through. 5. Head-to-head breakdown. So let's break this down category by category. Strength, Lizard wins. He's stronger, more durable, and has that healing factor. Speed and reflexes, Spider-Man wins. His agility and spider sense give him a major advantage. Durability, Lizard takes this one thanks to regeneration. Intelligence, Spider-Man. Even though Connors is brilliant, the Lizard form clouds his judgment. Peter thinks on his feet. Battlefield control, Spider-Man wins with his webbing and mobility. So in a straight fight, it's brains and speed versus brawn and brutality. 6. Hypothetical scenarios. Now let's put these two in different fight situations. Pure brawl, no prep. Spider-Man is caught off guard, no antidotes, no gadgets, just fists and webs. In this scenario, the Lizard likely dominates. One slip-up, one mistake, and Spidey could be torn apart. Prepared fight. Peter knows Connors has transformed, and he comes with gadgets and maybe even a serum. Here, Spider-Man's brains shine. He uses hit-and-run tactics, sets traps, and ultimately finds a way to cure or incapacitate the Lizard. No morals, both all out. This is the nightmare scenario. If Spider-Man doesn't hold back and uses his full strength, he could potentially knock out the Lizard, maybe even fatally. But remember, the Lizard regenerates. Unless Peter can disable him permanently, Connors just keeps coming back. The fight could drag on endlessly, with Spider-Man's stamina being tested to the limit. 7. Verdict and final thoughts. So who wins? The truth is, it depends on the conditions. In pure strength, the Lizard overwhelms Spider-Man. But Spider-Man isn't just a brawler, he's a strategist, a genius, and someone who refuses to give up. When you factor in his agility, his webs, and his relentless creativity, Peter Parker usually finds a way. But here's the real kicker. Spider-Man's goal isn't to defeat the Lizard, it's to save Kirk Connors. That emotional weight adds a tragic edge to every encounter. He's not trying to win, he's trying to cure his friend. If we're talking a fight to the end with no holding back, I'd say Spider-Man wins the majority of the time, but only barely, and every victory leaves him with more guilt than triumph. So there you have it. The Lizard may be one of Spider-Man's deadliest foes, but Peter Parker's mix of brains, speed, and heart usually gives him the edge. But what do you think? Could the Lizard ever truly overpower Spider-Man for good, or will Spidey's determination always pull him through? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to hear your verdict. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more epic Marvel battles, and swing by next time for another clash straight out of the comics. Until then, stay amazing. New York City, a city that never sleeps. But tonight, the streets are far from peaceful. Explosions echo through Manhattan as a figure soars through the sky, laughing maniacally. He's one of Spider-Man's deadliest enemies, a brilliant mind twisted by power and madness. Tonight, the Green Goblin is on the hunt. But what if this wasn't just another fight? What if Green Goblin came prepared with tech far deadlier than ever before? And what if Spider-Man was forced to face his greatest fear, losing everything again? Tonight, we explore a battle that would shake New York to its core. Spider-Man versus the Green Goblin. The calm before the storm. Norman Osborn, a name whispered in fear in boardrooms and back alleys alike. On paper, he's a billionaire CEO, a visionary, and a genius, but behind that mask of power lies a fractured mind. The Green Goblin isn't just a persona, he's Norman's true self, his worst instincts given wings. Tonight, Norman isn't here to play games. He's created a new arsenal of weapons specifically designed to counter Spider-Man's strengths. Faster glider, smarter bombs, stronger armor. He's done being humiliated. This time, he's hunting Peter Parker. Meanwhile, Peter Parker is exhausted. He's been fighting crime all day, saving civilians and stopping robberies. But when reports of a massive Oscorp explosion come in, he knows who's behind it. And he knows this won't be a quick fight. Round 1. Aerial battle. Spider-Man arrives on the scene, swinging high above the streets. The night air is cold and the city glows beneath him. Suddenly, boom. A pumpkin bomb detonates near his head, the heat searing his mask. Out of nowhere, Green Goblin dives at him, glider roaring. Spider-Man's spider sense is on overdrive. Every second is life or death. Goblin zips through skyscrapers, laughing, hurling explosive bombs that light up the night like fireworks. Peter's agility keeps him alive, but Goblin's unpredictable maneuvers make it nearly impossible to to land a hit. Norman knows Peter's every move. He studied him, hunted him. Every trap is designed to push Peter into a corner. This is no ordinary fight. This is chess at 100 miles per hour. Round 2. Mind games. Suddenly, Norman switches tactics. As Peter flips through the air, holographic projectors on Goblin's armor flicker to life. Gwen Stacy's face appears. Her terrified scream echoes in Peter's ears. Peter falters. His mind flashes back to that tragic night on the George Washington Bridge. The night he couldn't save her. The night Norman won. Norman laughs, his voice sharp as a knife. "You'll never save them all, Peter." He isn't just fighting Spider-Man. He's breaking him. But Peter isn't that scared teenager anymore. With a burst of focus, he shatters the hologram projectors with webbing. The illusion fades. Peter's eyes harden behind the mask. He's not letting Goblin control him again. Round 3. Street-level brawl. The two warriors crash through steel beams and scaffolding, landing in an abandoned construction site. Here, speed and flight mean nothing. It's a brutal, close-quarters fight. Spider-Man's strength is unmatched, but Norman is juiced on the Goblin formula. Every punch he throws rattles Peter to his core. Goblin slams him into rebar, sending shockwaves of pain through his ribs. Peter retaliates with a web-powered uppercut that cracks Goblin's mask. "You hit like a child, Parker." This is no longer a hero versus villain fight. It's a war between two men with a shared history of pain, guilt, and obsession. The turning point. Spider-Man is cornered, his mask torn, blood dripping down his cheek. Goblin raises a jagged blade, ready to finish the job. "You've lost, Peter. You'll always lose." A deafening shriek pierces the night. It's a high-frequency sonic weapon, Peter, designed for emergencies, a weapon that disrupts Goblin's glider and armor. Seizing the moment, Peter unleashes a flurry of webbing, slamming Goblin into a steel beam. The impact shatters part of his armor. Peter rips Norman from his glider and smashes the pumpkin bomb launcher. The construction site erupts with sparks and fire. The climax and aftermath. Spider-Man stands over Norman, panting heavily. His fists shake. Part of him wants to end this, to make sure Norman never hurts anyone again. But Peter Parker is not a killer. As the sirens wail in the distance, Peter swings off into the night, battered and bleeding but alive. Norman's laughter echoes through the construction site, chilling the air. Tonight, Peter won. But deep down, he knows this isn't the end. The Green Goblin will always come back, because this isn't just a rivalry, it's destiny. So, what do you think? In a true fight to the end, could Spider-Man really defeat Green Goblin once and for all? Or is Norman Osborn too cunning, too unpredictable to ever be stopped? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic what-if battles. Two titans of Marvel lore. One, a teenage hero burdened with great power and great responsibility. The other, a monstrous symbiote born of hatred and revenge. When these two forces collide, it's not just a fight, it's a war between man and monster. Today we dive deep into what would happen if Spider-Man faced Venom in an all-out battle for survival.
We are hungry! Great! I was hoping for a quiet night!
1. Setting the stage. Imagine New York on a cold, rainy night. The streets are slick with water, the air is thick with tension. Peter Parker, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, has been tracking a series of brutal attacks across Manhattan. Bodies left unconscious, buildings torn apart, and strange, black residue found at every scene. Peter knows exactly who's behind it. Eddie Brock. Or rather, the alien symbiote that has completely consumed him. Venom. 2. The combatants. Before we throw these two into battle, let's break down their strengths. Spider-Man is fast, lightning fast. His spider sense lets him dodge bullets and even anticipate attacks before they happen. He's incredibly agile, can lift over 10 tons, and is a master strategist, always thinking 3 moves ahead. But Venom? Venom is everything Spider-Man is, turned up to 11. The alien symbiote grants Eddie Brock enhanced strength far beyond Peter's. He's immune to Spider-Man's spider sense, making him unpredictable. His shape-shifting body lets him form weapons, shields, and massive tendrils. Venom is a predator built to hunt Spider-Man. In short, this isn't a fair fight, this is survival. 3. The encounter. Spider-Man swings through the city, scanning rooftops. Then, silence. No traffic, no chatter. Just the sound of his own heartbeat. His spider sense flares too late. Venom bursts from the shadows, slamming him into a brick wall with bone-shaking force. Peter recovers mid-air, launching a web shot to pull Venom's arm aside, but the monster rips through it like tissue paper. "You can't hide from us, Parker." Venom growls, voice dripping with venom and rage. The chase begins. Venom hurls cars, tears through alleyways, and leaps from building to building like a primal beast. Spider-Man dodges, weaves, and counters with acrobatics only he could pull off. But Venom is relentless. He doesn't just want to win, he wants to destroy Peter. 4. Strategy versus brutality. Spider-Man knows brute force won't win this fight. He's faster, smarter, and more experienced. Venom thrives on chaos, using raw strength and intimidation. Peter plays to his strength, staying mobile, wearing Venom down, using his intelligence. He lures Venom into an abandoned construction site. The steel beams and cranes become Peter's playground, letting him outmaneuver Venom. He hurls steel cables, scaffolding, and concrete debris to slow the symbiote down. But Venom adapts. He tears through barriers, his black tendrils lashing out like whips. Spider-Man lands a powerful kick, sending Venom crashing through a wall. But Venom emerges grinning, unhurt. We're stronger, Parker. Always stronger. 5. The turning point. The fight escalates. Venom wraps Peter in tendrils, slamming him into the ground over and over. Spider-Man's mask is torn, blood trickles down his face. Venom opens his monstrous jaws, ready to bite. But Peter remembers something crucial. The symbiote hates sound. High-frequency noise can disrupt it. He scrambles toward a crane, webbing its controls and slamming a steel beam into a power generator. Sparks fly, alarms blare. The deafening sound makes Venom recoil, shrieking in agony. Spider-Man takes the opening. He fires a web line, swinging with all his strength, kicking Venom square in the jaw, sending him crashing into a steel container. The fight isn't over, but the tide has turned. 6. The final showdown. Peter uses the environment to his advantage. He triggers every alarm, every metal beam, every screeching sound he can find. Venom lashes out, his monstrous form writhing in fury, but the noise weakens him. "You're finished, Eddie," Peter says, voice filled with determination. In a final act, Spider-Man webs Venom to a massive steel beam and activates a series of sonic blasts from nearby construction equipment. The symbiote screams, peeling off Eddie's body in a frenzy. Peter quickly cocoons the symbiote in a containment pod he'd prepared, always one step ahead. Eddie collapses, exhausted and unconscious, while the black alien goo hisses angrily inside its prison. Ending. Reflection. Spider-Man may have won tonight, but this victory feels hollow. Venom isn't just a villain, he's a reflection of Peter's darkest impulses, a reminder that power without control is a nightmare waiting to happen. Venom will return, stronger, smarter, and angrier. And when he does, Spider-Man will be ready, because that's what heroes do. They fight, even when the odds are impossible. If you enjoyed this What If battle, hit that like button, subscribe for more epic superhero showdowns, and comment below. Who should Spider-Man fight next? Green Goblin? Carnage? Someone from the Avengers? Let us know. In a city where crime lurks around every corner, one young hero swings between skyscrapers to protect the innocent. But tonight, another hero has entered his turf. A boy with a mysterious watch capable of turning him into 10 powerful alien warriors. 2 heroes, 2 worlds, 1 inevitable clash. This is Ben 10 vs. Spider-Man.
What is this alien-looking tech? Whoa, what was that?
The energy readings are off the charts. I have to stop Vilgax.
Hey, why are you stealing my bad guys?
Back off, bug boy!
Round 1. Speed versus agility. Spider-Man relies on his superhuman reflexes, but XLR-8 moves at hypersonic speed, making this a battle of agility and quick thinking. XLR-8 zips up a skyscraper wall. Spider-Man gives chase, flipping between windows and firing webs to trip him up. At one point, Spider-Man sets a clever trap, shooting a web line ahead of XLR-8's trajectory, forcing him to skid and spin out. Round 2. Power versus strategy. Ben's alien strength is off the charts, rivaling some of Spider-Man's strongest foes. But Peter Parker is more than raw power, he's a strategist. Spider-Man uses lampposts, traffic lights, and abandoned cars as part of his plan, luring 4 arms into tight alleyways where size is a disadvantage. He webs 4 arms fists together, vaults over his head, and kicks him into a wall. Round 3. Intelligence duel. This fight is no longer about strength or speed, it's about who can outthink the other. Spider-Man fires an EMP web bomb, stunning the mech. Ben switches to Heatblast, hurling fireballs at Spider-Man, who counters by pulling down a water tower, drenching Ben. With each alien form, Ben adapts, but Spider-Man's spider sense keeps him one step ahead, predicting attacks before they happen. Spider-Man lands a web strike on the Omnitrix, briefly disabling it. Ben falls to the ground in human form, breathing heavily. The real threat. In an instant, enemies become allies. 2 heroes, 2 worlds, united against a bigger threat.
City.
So this wasn't just a superhero turf war. Got it! We can finish our fight later. Right now, we save the city.
Final battle. Ben switches to gray matter, shrinking down to hack the artifact mid-battle.
Seconds.
Little guy now. Bold choice, kid!
Got it. Just keep us busy for 10 more seconds.
Ending and character moment. In the end, neither hero truly won, but they proved that strength isn't just about power, it's about trust, adaptability, and courage. Two worlds collided, and together, they saved them both.
I fight a dude made of sand regularly.
Thanks. You're not bad yourself, for someone without a magic watch.
In a city where crime lurks around every corner, one young hero swings between skies.
Okay, that's new. And mildly terrifying. Grady!
Oh, great. The gym membership alien. Oh, great. The gym membership alien.
Fire alien. Water problem. Classic.
This fight is no longer about strength or speed, and it's about who can outthink the other, with each alien form.
So this wasn't just a superhero turf war. Got it! We can finish our fight later. Right now, we saved the city. Little guy now. Bold choice, kid. Got it. Just keep them busy for 10 more seconds.
You're good, kid. Scary good. And I fight a dude made of sand regularly. Thanks. You're not bad yourself, for someone without a magic watch. Team up again sometime?